Good morning, Capricorn. Welcome to 2021. This is my first reading for you of the year when we're into January. So I'm gonna focus on doing the horoscopes, including the cusps. So if you're a cusp, just wait. Yours is coming right after this. And I'm kind of taking my time through them. I don't want to just rush it. And also, I have been working with the runes and really enjoying that process. And I'm finding that the runes are bringing a greater depth to my readings. And it's very exciting. And, I'm just learning. But the messages seem to be really coming very clearly for me from the runes. So we'll get right into it. We'll go through the runes first. 4 came for you, and in general, I'm seeing that you're probably, that those of you that this resonates with are or have been are going through some stuff, and that this has been a time of your life for various reasons where you need to, where all of a sudden everything's different. Everything you took for granted is, shaken. The carpet's been pulled from under your feet. What you thought you knew, you realize you didn't know. And your perspective is changing. And it's really been a difficult time. But coming through this, depending on what stage you're at in this, you're coming through this better. So I'll just quickly give you, this is Jesus, which is a rune that talks about facing circumstances that are all of a sudden. It would be equivalent kind of to a chariot card. It's also a time in your life where communication is a big part of what's going on. Understanding, misunderstanding. Spirit says sudden understanding. Finally hearing what you didn't want to hear. Moving into being able to speak your truth. Jesus points to a new phase in your life. New paths. A new information coming in. New people. But I think that this is coming from really tough circumstances, because this is Northeast, which a lot of us remember by not this. So, this fast-moving situation has come on from circumstances that were not what you were hoping for, and certainly not what you were expecting. It could be a lost job. It could be sudden information about your relationship. It's something to do with your child. It's a time where Spirit, where the universe, where God, has needed you to take a change in direction to fulfill your destiny, and you haven't. And so they've kind of forced the situation on you. And it's kind of a no pain, no gain situation. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And we get this. This is Huras, which is literally, it represents strong bull. It represents stronger, faster, wiser, better than you ever were before. what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Big challenges, especially if they're all of a sudden, will force you to reevaluate everything, including yourself. These runes, especially like this last one, which is La Goose, which is, you know, it's water. But it's like, are you going to fight the water or are you going to flow with it? Because if you flow with it, everything's going to be easier. I just don't need what I can. Hold on. Okay, it is actually with the wind chill, but just the ambient temperature outside is 39 degrees, like Celsius minus. So she's cold out there. So anyway, you know, tough times, a shock has come into your life, and you have had to make it or break it, and you're in the process of learning new things, meeting new people, meeting yourself. You know, looking up more new information. Okay? So I took out the White Sage Tarot. I was going to use like the Alice in Wonderland, but like this is more... Oh, and there's sunshine coming in. So the thing about Saskatchewan in winter, Canada in winter, is that when it's really cold, at least we're blessed with sunshine. And honestly, I can take the cold. But those cloudy days, mentally, is just terrible. So the sunshine is suddenly beaming in, and I feel great. Okay, Capricorn. Spirit, what's going on with Capricorn? I'm just going to change things up a little bit. Everyday Tarot. I love, like, I get a lot of these little decks because my hands are small. And so I find them very, very nice to shuffle. Okay. Just going to go through these a little bit. Pardon me. It's funny, Spirit will have you sometimes change gear in the middle of things. I'm just looking for your backstory. Okay? Because by seeing your backstory, it can help me. Also in 2021, I was starting to take reversals, and it just didn't feel good. I take reversals and runes, but I just wasn't feeling it with the cards. So that's where we're at. Okay, what is the backstory for Capricorn? Oh, right, death. For some of you, this could be an actual death. Okay, can we get some clarification on this death? What's the backstory here for Capricorns? What's been going on that's caused this, or is causing this? I think that it came upon suddenly, but you've known it was coming, because Spirit drew my attention to the figure here, pleading with death. Pleading, please don't end this. Please don't kill this. Please don't. Please. Bargaining. But death has no mercy. Queen of Swords. Death, Queen of Swords, Emperor. Eee. And Hierophant. Divorce. Is your backstory. How come? What's going on? Somebody's moving on. What's causing this death? What's the cause? That was a big chunk, so what's the cause? Spirit for Capricorn. So what's the cause? And we have a 10 of Cups and a 2 of Swords. Okay, Spirit. Ooh, that one flipped itself up, but threw itself back into the deck without... Okay. I flung those out with my thumb. Okay, what's going on? What is this? 3 of Wands, clarified by 2 of Swords and 10 of Cups. And Spirit says reverse them. Oh yes, okay. Okay, there we go. So, what has died is your 10 of Cups life. You thought everything was perfect. Or everything, oh yeah. Everything was perfect. It seemed perfect. But you've had a sense of something going on. Somebody's wanting to leave. Leaving you with a broken heart. Ugh, just start over. But look at you starting over. So this is where your runes are coming in. Okay? And now they say to change decks back. Okay. Okay. Well, I love this deck because the purple and the gold and the white is just like so. I ordered a new, like a stand so that you can see the cards better, or I can like be more flexible that way. Okay, so Capricorns, tell me about the new life. Oh, really? Okay. I said to go to Romance Angels deck. So, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, they keep saying. In your journey to find yourself after this, because this was nice, but you weren't challenged in this. You know, maybe you married well young, but you weren't challenged in this. You didn't ever have to find out who you really are. You didn't, you know, and maybe in this only unhappiness that you actually felt was, who am I? Like, maybe I'm an artist, maybe I'm this, maybe I'm that. And now that you don't have this, and you have to change gears, now, like, you know, like these runes were saying, that you're going to start learning about yourself, taking some courses, meeting new people, learning some new skills, finding a job, and you meet new people. It's through these new people and these new experiences and this new education that you find your real life. The life you're meant to have. Okay? I was sure they said that there was something in here for you. Oh, okay. So separation followed by true love. Separation. Oh, separation causes true love. It's funny how they work sometimes. Okay. All right. Oh. Another Hierophant. So, that's a really interesting Hierophant card. It's a little deer, a fawn, asleep with a key. I'm just going to see what this says. Yes, inner teacher and the power of letting go. Right? Like, Spirit is so specific with these cards. Which cards I use when. And there's a reason. Because each deck has, different meanings. So, Page of Pentacles is for you. You're starting a new life. You're moving forward. Where are we going? And we get this. Upright, inner teacher, the power of letting go. This is about learning good judgment. To find the answers lying deep inside you. Sit and quiet your mind. This deer knows how to be a deer. Although she is vulnerable, she is confident yet relaxed. Which just speaks to what these runes have told you, right? This is your time to find out who you are. Necessary life lessons to propel you to the next phase of your life. This inner struggle that you needed to reevaluate anything, everything. Giving you strength that you didn't know you had. Right? And learning to go, as if you're laying in a river, and instead of struggling against the water and letting it suck you down, you relax and you float and see where the river takes you. Oh, holy smokes. Okay, so all of a sudden there's a big story. So even though there's been conflict, and there continues to be conflict, see, we got another Three of Wands. Okay. So, continuing, there's some continuing conflict. I'm just going to see, just because, yeah. But you're making it. You're making it on your own. This Ten of Pentacles. And the Three of Wands, maybe you've got through this opportunity to move on, to go someplace. This Nine of Pentacles usually represents a single, independent woman that has everything that she needs. Okay. Can we get some clarification then on this Ten of Pentacles, Spirit? Oh. Things that you've been manifesting under the moon are coming to light quite quickly. The moon is the female energy. The moon is also a journey of trusting Spirit and trusting your own self, your own true self, your thoughts. In the runes, in the Scandinavian, like in the Viking age where these come from, there's a lot in the belief that, and we're finding this out scientifically now, but the experiences and the knowledge gained from our ancestors continues on to us through our DNA. Not just through the repeating of history and stories, but actually through our DNA. So when we have these times of upheaval, if we meditate and go into our own resources, we find the answers we seek, not just from Spirit, but from our own DNA, from our own ancestral experience. And that information is coming to you now. See, because swords are your mind, right? Okay. And there's the sun. Okay, there's a whole story here that flipped itself into the deck. Yeah, okay. And we have a King of Wands. He flung himself over before as I was shuffling for you, but I put him back because I felt like, so your true match is coming in. Some of these are just, your true match is coming in, the King of Wands. Passionate, exciting. He likes to travel. He's loyal. Debonair. A bit of a rule breaker, maybe. See how he's got that crown at a kind of cocky angle? Don't you just love these cards? These cards are adorable. Adorable. This is the White Sage Tarot. I really like to show what, by Teresa Hutch, if you're interested. Okay. I got these on Amazon. So support, I mean, you know, like sometimes it's nice to have your own decks, even just for your own. But yeah, like, you know, King of Wands. Finally, okay, take a deep breath, because this is what you need. The King of Wands is a leader and an entrepreneur. He symbolizes wise, open, and positive masculine energy. He is one who sees the cup as full. He wears, he wears his crown with a slight tilt, and the sky is partly cloudy, reflecting that he is good at finding the silver lining. Just like you. The silver lining. He is your sun. Your S-U-N sun. The moon is masculine in tarot, the sun is, or the moon is feminine in tarot, the sun is masculine. Okay. Can you tell us a little bit more about this new life for Capricorn? With a new, they might not want any more. That might be for the next time. Sometimes they won't let me go further. Because, you know, tarot readers aren't really fortune tellers. We're explainers of what's going on. Confirmers. You know, or in a situation like this where you're feeling down or kind of hopeless. It's like confirmation from somebody that you don't even know. That can understand what you're going through and say, you know what, keep going. Keep going. This is a season. Just like us, we have season. It's winter. It's, you know, it's 40 below. If you don't mind swears, there's a really funny song. I think it's a Canadian song. And it's called the Rodeo Song. And it's really graphic, but it's like, well, it's 40 below, and I don't give a fuck. Got a heater in the truck, and we're off to the rodeo. It continues like that, but it's really funny. I mean, Capricorn, based on what's going on here, you could probably use a giggle. But, I mean, we get through winter by dreaming about spring and actively planning for spring. So, like, on my Facebook now, like, so many of my friends were showing off the seeds that we ordered and have received. Our garden plans, you know, I've started seeds downstairs. That is equivalent to manifesting, right? You plant some little black dots in and bury them in the ground and still hope that expect that things are going to grow up from that. And they do, right? So that's what this is. Now that's kind of an interesting, yeah. Okay. I think that might be it. There's somebody coming in for you that's real. That's what you needed. Try not to be guarded. Continue. Continue. Yeah, watch. That you don't, paint him with the same brush as this first relationship. And yourself. Yeah, because there's a hint of 11 of 11 of your soulmate. That he's your soulmate. And this guy might not seem like your soulmate at first. Oh, there's the world just kind of slid itself out. It might not seem like your soulmate at first, but keep on keeping on. The struggle is really all these trite things. But, you know, you want to go out of this energy. Begging death. Please don't take it away. Please don't take it away. And death is there, and honestly, it doesn't feel like it, but it's the kindest thing. No. This has to happen. For you to have the sun and the moon and the whole world. Okay? And everything good. Right? So, that's my reading. Capricorn. Keep on keeping on. You got this. You know, I don't know what stage of this you're in. But, you know, if you're in kind of the beginning, not this stage, keep your chin up. Things are going to get better. And use this time, like, don't wallow in the curse. Don't fight. Don't start splashing in the water. Just relax and see where that river takes you. Because, you know what? Spirit, unless, you know, things are happening that are the consequences of your own bad actions. You know, which this isn't that. The universe, God, He didn't put us on this earth for constant sorrow. He didn't. You see people in the world that they have a lot of angst. A lot of bad things happen, and that's true. But they come out of it just these amazing people usually, right? You know, if they decide, if they take that time to, instead of just saying this is everybody else's fault and, you know, I'm going to run from this. I'm going to fall into addiction. I'm going to drink my problems away. I'm going to fuck my problems away. I'm going to ignore my problems and just keep going. You won't get here. I mean, right? Lagoose, you know, and Uras. This is for Capricorns. You are strong. Right? You are strong. And, you know, these times of our life are not curses. They're gateways to blessing. All right? So, I'll see you when I see you. About 2 weeks or so, I think it takes to get to you. Maybe 3 weeks. So, every blessing. Bye.